G'day everyone, Raid0AU, and welcome to another video. And this video is actually a rather special one for me. At the time this video goes live on YouTube, it'll be exactly 1 year from the posting of my first video to the channel. And I thought I'd make a video just to give my thoughts on how the year's gone, and maybe some things I've learnt during the year may or may not be useful to other people who are looking to do a YouTube channel. By no means am I making myself out to be an expert. I'm not. I think you just got to watch some of my videos to realise that. There has certainly been some successes and certainly been others that have been less than ideal, let's say. Now, first of all, one thing I wanted to mention was if you go to the About tab on my channel, it will tell you there that I joined on December 31st, 2013. So we're coming up to, what, 3 years? But I actually didn't post anything to this channel. I set it up originally with the idea of actually creating the channel and posting videos to it. But I guess a lack of confidence, or the thought of somebody actually wanting to watch one of my videos was, to be honest, completely alien and bizarre to me at the time. And it took me quite some time. And I want to give a good shout out to a good friend of mine, goes by the name of the Aussie Argonaut, who was organising to set up a channel himself and was talking to me about it, and that really spurred me on to actually think, well, you know what, let's do this. I've got the channel sitting there, let's do this. And it still took me a number of weeks to actually post a video up there. I did a number of trial runs and things like that, and every time I did one, I looked at it and listened to it, and I went, you know what, nobody's going to want to watch this. And eventually I just thought, you know what, stuff it, let's just make a video and put it up there. And so the first video went up, which was, of course, Empyrean Galactic Survival. And to my surprise, I got some people watching it, which came as a massive surprise to me. And so I kept making videos, and you know, here we are 12 months later, and I'm still making videos, and I enjoy making these videos for people to watch. As I said, I'm no expert. Some of the videos have been good, I think. Others, as I said, less than ideal, and certainly improvements could be made. But first off, I just want to thank anybody who has taken the time to visit my channel and watch one of my videos. It's massively appreciated. Completely unexpected, to be honest, and especially to you guys that have subscribed to the channel. To think that someone would want to watch my videos was alien to begin with, and to think that someone would watch the video and then subscribe to the channel to watch other videos just blows my mind, to be honest. So thank you so very much for taking the time to watch these videos, and hopefully you are enjoying the majority of them. From some of the comments, I can see that some of you do seem to be enjoying them, which is quite humbling, to be honest. But now onto the experience of YouTubing in the first year. Got a bit of paper in front of me. I jotted down just a couple of points there. The first one was simply make videos. It's very easy to get a little bit disheartened if you put a video, you spend the time to make the video, you put it up and you get hardly any views on it. But you just need to just keep making those videos. Keep making videos, put content up there. There will be someone out there that wants to watch it. I like to think of it as YouTube being this large lake, and all the content creators are around the edge of the lake, all with fishing poles. And we're all casting in, and occasionally you might get a bit of interest and someone will watch one of your videos. Depending on what sort of bait you've got on there, they may hang around. But the chances, there's so many hooks in that water, so many lines being dangled in that lake, that the chances of any individual fish coming up and actually showing some interest to your bait is very, very low. That's how I think of it in my head. So yeah, just got to keep making those videos on there. Now, the other one is video quality is great, but to be honest, with today's technology and the software that we have access to, video quality is generally not too much of a problem nowadays. Audio is everything. Basically, you need to be getting your audio right. Now, I still mess up with the audio, and I'm still tinkering with it 12 months down the track, trying to make it better. Hopefully, the audio is not too bad overall. I remember watching a video on YouTube, and I went back and I looked it up, and I'll provide a link down in the description below to this video. Certainly worthwhile, anyone who's wanting to look at making videos to watch this video, I think. It's made by a guy called David Angel 64, and it's entitled X484, The Art of the Let's Play, Bringing Half-Life to Life. And this guy made a series of Half-Life videos. This particular video, he goes through the entire process of him making one of the episodes for his Half-Life series, and includes audio editing in there. So it's certainly worth having a look at that if you're looking at improving audio quality. Still takes a bit of practice, and as I said, I'm still working on it. So, but that's excellent video. It does go for some time. I think it's about an hour and a half, but it is a very, very good video to watch. The next thing I had written down was the importance of tagging your videos. So the tags you put in have got to be good. They've got to be accurate as well. There's no point tagging something and pulling someone in thinking that it's something that it's not. So it's very important to get your tagging correct on there. And once again, I remember reading a guide on Reddit, and it was actually a thread from back in, I reckon it was 2012 it was done, but it was made by Northern Lion. And I think most people would probably be aware of Northern Lion, quite a successful YouTuber, and he goes through the importance of tagging on there. Once again, I'll see if I can provide a link down in the description in regards to that. Well worth a read. The next one after that is making proper thumbnails. You need to have something that's going to show up and basically indicate what it is, but it needs to be more than just a screenshot. there needs to be something on it. So you need to have your title on it, or you need to have episode numbers or whatever, but it needs to be more. Simply a screenshot generally is going to get lost in the number of videos that go up any minute on YouTube. It's going to lose. It's going to lose out if it's just a screenshot. So certainly look at how you're doing your thumbnails. Have a look around and see what other people are doing as well. It's always worthwhile. Now, what's the next one I got there? I've written down, don't get obsessed by analytics. So anyone who's running a YouTube channel will know we've got the analytics sitting behind. So we've got all these stats sitting there for us to be able to view how many minutes people are watching, how many views we're getting, how many subscribers we've got, nice little graphs showing up and down and things like that. It is so easy to get obsessed by those and to be looking at something going, oh, I've done something wrong. Look, everything's dropped off here and oh, what have I done wrong? In the early stage, maybe later on, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I'm no expert at this. I'm very new. Even after 12 months, I regard myself as extremely new to YouTube. Maybe down the track, it becomes more important. But I think to start off with, it's very easy to get obsessed by that and get upset when things aren't looking quite right. And you can get quite down on yourself. And then I think what happens is you end up with almost like a snowball effect. You tend to get down on yourself. You think you're doing something wrong. And then that starts to come through in the videos. You start second guessing. And you need to stick to what you're doing. Trust in what you're doing, I suppose. Having said that, if suddenly everything goes, takes a nosedive really, really badly, then you probably need to look at it. I would say that. Next thing is persistence. And this once again goes hand in hand with the analytics and also the first point I made about making videos. Be persistent. Basically, you need to keep making those videos. If the views aren't coming that you expect, have a think about your expectations. Are you expecting over? Are they too high, your expectations? Are you expecting too many people to suddenly come in and start watching? You need to build it up over time. And the views do start to come. I mean, having said that, you look at my videos compared to other channels, I don't get the views that people do out there. So, maybe I am doing something wrong. Who knows? Written down consistent frame rate. And this is only, I've noted when making videos that the more consistent that I have my frame rate, the smoother the video is going to come out. Now that may sound pretty obvious, but when you've got a consistent frame rate, one that's holding its frame rate properly, you get a much smoother experience than if you've got a frame rate that's dipping all the time. And you'll be able to see it in the video. Maybe not everyone can see that, but when I've gone back and reviewed videos, especially for this video, because in the background you'll note, or you will have noted by now, there's footage from various videos that have appeared on the channel throughout the year. And I noticed as I went back into some of those that the frame rates on them weren't as good as some of the later ones. Now, obviously, those that have been on the channel know that I had some computer issues earlier in the year and I effectively had to build myself another computer, practically. So I would expect to get smoother frame rates now than I was right at the beginning. But it certainly is noticeable. So trying to maintain that consistent frame rate is pretty important, I think. Last thing I put down there is don't expect to make money. Now, I never came into YouTube thinking I'm going to come in, I'm going to be a millionaire on there. Didn't even come in thinking like I'm going to make any money. To be honest, as I said originally, the thought that somebody might actually watch one of my videos was pretty bizarre to me, to be honest. So, but the thing being that if you come in with the sole purpose of trying to make money from it, one, you're going to be disappointed because the chances are you're not going to. Two, it's probably going to show through in your videos if that's all you're doing it for. You need to be making your videos because you want to make those videos, and you need to make them on things that you're enjoying playing. And I think I've made that mistake during the year sometimes. I've tried to make videos on things that I thought would make a good series, but in essence, basically, I think it probably came through on it that, maybe I wasn't enjoying the game as much as I should have been or could have been. And I think that maybe showed through on some of those videos. Going back just to the persistence thing, I think also something that I've been guilty of during the year is maybe not giving some games a proper chance on the channel and sort of stopping making videos on them too early. And that once again rolls into the not getting obsessed with the analytics. That you can start making videos on a particular game, and if you're not getting the views on it, you get a bit disheartened and you think, why am I bothering to make videos on that? I'll just make videos on this other thing. But sometimes it takes a little bit of time, especially for a new channel. It takes a little bit of time for people to find those videos. And then basically, you can start to get the views. So that's probably an important point. So I don't want this video to go on too long. Just me sitting here rambling. But I really did want to make a video just to mark the 12 months and to especially say thank you to everyone who's visited the channel and watched a video. And as I said, especially those that have subscribed. Now, as far as the next year, I'll continue making videos. Now, you'll notice that there has been, throughout the year, with the videos going on in the background, you'll notice there's been quite a few different things on the channel. That will continue. Some things won't change, though, on there. First thing is Empyrean. Empyrean was the first ever video I made. It's continued on throughout the year. It's going to continue. That is the mainstay of the channel. But one thing I'm very aware of and very wary of is that I don't want the channel to become simply an Empyrean Galactic Survival channel. I want it to have other things on there. The reason being that I want this channel to have legs. I want to be able to be doing this. I want to make another video next year saying here we are at 2 years and 3 years and 4 years. That's what I'm hoping for. Whether that happens or not, I suppose is yet to see. We're yet to see. But the fact is that at some point, Empyrean Galactic Survival will finish development. It'll be released. I'll continue to play it. And I dare say I'll continue to make videos at it at that point. But it's going to drop off at some point. Simply because it'll no longer be in development and there'll be something else that has come along. Happens with all games. And I don't want to get to the point where the channel effectively dies because it's relied so much on one game. So you will find that there will be videos coming out on other games. I mean, Subsistence, I'm going to support that. Cold Games, single developer, what he's made so far just blows my mind as a single developer, and I really want to see where that goes. Things like Train Fever. One thing I've thought about with that is, I mean, I do enjoy those sort of games, so I will be making more of those videos. I've just recently put up the America campaign Mission 1 videos, but I think the mistake I made with that was I put them up, they weren't put up quickly enough one after the other. And that's a mistake on my part. I think if I'm going to do those sort of videos where I'm like going, okay, here's mission 1 of the campaign and it's in 3 parts or something like that, I think those 3 parts need to go up pretty quickly one after the other so that people can follow it along. You don't want to have to wait 2 days to watch part 2 or something like that. So those sort of things will continue. I might try other things like, I don't know, maybe a bit of Civilization 6 or something like that, which I enjoy. But there'll be various things. But as I said, Empyrean definitely is staying. 7 Days to Die is staying at the moment. Once again, that's in the same situation, that it's probably getting pretty close to reaching a release point on it. Don't laugh. People have said that for years, I know. But they are still adding new things in, so technically under the actual meaning of alpha, they are still in alpha. They haven't reached beta yet because they haven't stopped adding features. So beta is generally, under the old rules, was always then the polishing side of things. Polishing and balancing. So I think I'll call the video here. I'm certainly going to be looking at trying to make things a bit more consistent during the year this year. The first year, there were times when I was pretty consistent. There were other times where it got a bit sporadic. The 10 days where I couldn't make videos because of the computer problems, that certainly showed me the importance of momentum. I lost a lot of momentum during that 10-day period because I simply couldn't post any videos. So hopefully we don't come across that again. But I'll be looking at trying to make my releases a bit more consistent, and you can expect a good amount of content in the upcoming 12 months. So once again, thank you very much to everyone. You're all amazing. I'm Raid0AU, signing out.